Hello Year 4. Today we're going to look at multiplying and dividing a one-digit number by 10. So, if you remember, digits are the numbers, they're like the letters in a word. So if I have a one-digit number, that means it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9. It will be in the ones column. Okay, so we're going to look at that today. And I'm just going to move this so you can see my place value charts. Now I've got two here, and that's because I'm going to use this one and put cubes in it. And when I do that though, if I do this for example like that, you can't read which column this is anymore. So I've put this one underneath so you can still read that. So on this place chart, I've got the decimal place here, so I've got ones in this column, tens in this column, hundreds in this column. And then the other side of the decimal place, tenths, so that would be a ones divided into 10 equal pieces, and hundredths, which would be a ones divided into 100 equal pieces. Okay, so you get 10 ones in 10, 10 tens in 100, 10 hundredths in 1/10, 10 tenths in 1. Okay, so 10, 10, 10, 10 more each time. And that means if I want to find out what 3 times 10 is, we all know the answer to 3 times 10, but I'm just going to show it to you on a place value grid. So here is 3 times 10. Now if I multiply 3 times 10, that means that instead of just having 3 ones, I'm going to have 3 tens. So it just goes whoop and moves into the tens column. So then I have 3 tens and 0 ones. Okay? So if we multiply by 10, we move it one column to the left. Okay, so left is this way, and right is this way of the decimal place. Remember, we can do this. Left is the one that looks like an L, and right is the other one. So left, right. If I wanted to do 1 times 10, put that. I would just put the pen. There we go. Right, if I wanted to do 1 times 10, exactly the same thing. I would have 1 cube in the ones column, and I would move it one place to the right. So instead of 1, 1, I have 1, 10. 1 in the tens column, 0 in the ones column. Okay, so that's multiplying by 10, and we can all do that with one-digit numbers, but that is why that happens. So now we're going to have a look at dividing by 10. So if I have my 30 here again, so here's my 3 rather, so there's my 3, and I want to look at 3 divided by 10. Now remember, this way it's times 10, times 10, times 10, times 10. 10 times bigger, 10 times bigger, 10 times bigger, 10 times bigger. With dividing, it just goes the other way. 10 is 10 times smaller than 100. 1 is 10 times smaller than 10. Tenths are 10 times smaller than 1. Hundredths are 10 times smaller than tenths. So when I divide by 10, I'm just going this way in the place value chart. I'm just going right. So if I divide by 10, I'm just moving one place to the right. So if I'm dividing 3 by 10, I would have 0 ones, decimal places here, and 3 tenths. 3 divided by 10 is 0.3. So if we looked at that, 3 times 10 would be 3 tens and 0 ones, 30. Hold it up to make sure you can see that clearly. and 3 divided by 10 is 0.3. So let's have a look at another example. Let's have a look at if I do that with 1. So there's 1. 1 times 10. So 1 times 10 would be going one place to the left, which would be 1 10 and 0 ones. Okay, 10. 1 divided by 10. 1 split into 10 equal pieces. Move one place to the right, and I've got 0 ones, decimal place, and 1 tenth. 1 divided by 10 is 0.1. Okay, so that is what you are going to have a look at today, and if you get really stuck, you can always email me. Okay.